morning. This morning's practice, you will need a block. So if you don't have a block, you can also use a water bottle or something sturdy to hold yourself up in supported bridge, which will be towards the end of the practice. As I mentioned, the class today is called Better Than Coffee. Why not, right? This is a practice that you'd want to do in the morning to help energize your body. Although it's going to be a slow practice, we will be moving like a vinyasa style. All right, so let's come onto our backs to get started. Take a deep breath in through your nose and sigh out your mouth. Get a full breath in and a breath out. Notice how it feels to arrive on your mat this morning. And whatever steps you needed to take to get here, just acknowledge and give yourself the gratitude and a little message to say thanks for making this time today. Feel the connection of your body on your mat. And we'll hand one hand on the tummy and one hand on the chest. Start to breathe into your hands in a way that you could feel both rise and fall at the same time. An expansion into the abdomen and into the chest, but it also floats into the low back and your upper back as well. All right. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Take movement into your wrists and your ankles. Then reach your arms over your head. Toes can stretch the back of your space. Big, big stretch. Now hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins and massage your back. Rock from side to side. The arms can come out to the shape of a T and bring your knees over to the right side of your space. Might feel good to scoot your hips over to the left as well. Now, if the top knee is floating high, this actually might feel better with the block between your legs. Our spine isn't fully warmed up, so we're just moving in to creating a little bit of space. Feel the left rib cage expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. All right, turn on your belly, bring the knees back up to center, slide your hips all the way to the right, bring your knees to your chest and let your knees fall to the left. Now one side might feel a little bit tighter than the other, and that's okay. Maybe you had a hard time sleeping, or maybe you always sleep on one side. Side sleeping tends to shorten the sides of the body. Might feel this all through the neck, shoulders, and the hips. So expand the breath into the back of your ribs. Let the ribs sink back down. All right, knees can come back up. Square your hips off. Take your right leg up to the ceiling and grab anywhere in the back of your leg. So if it feels far, you can always bend the knee and then flex the toes towards your face. Take a full breath in. Draw your leg towards your torso. And at the same time, drop your tailbone towards the mat. So there's a very subtle arch of your spine on the earth. And we'll keep the left knee bent this morning. So the foot is flat. As much as you might want to straighten out that leg, keep your knee bent. Take a full breath in, guide down on the exhale. Now, the theme of our practice is better than coffee. And though that might feel quite energizing, we are still going to focus on the quality of our movement. So as we flow today, the inhale weaves into the exhale, and so does the movement. So the movement is smooth as we transition. Now turn your toes to the right. Let your ankle land on your left thigh. Reach your right hand through your legs. Interlace on the back of your left hamstring. Take a full breath in, then pull your left knee to your left shoulder. Right toes are flexed. Breathe into your entire outer right hip. Nice full breaths. Now the movement can be quite subtle here. Let the knee move away from the chest. Guide down as you exhale. 2 more breaths. Good, and we'll switch sides. So let both feet land. Windshield wiper your knees slowly from side to side. So knees drop, one side. Slowly bring them back up to center. So we're feeling all those little nooks and crannies, all those subtle movements. Good. All right, come back to center, switch it up. Take the more unusual grip. Don't think about it, just change the grip. Take a full breath in. Pull down. Reach actively through the left heel, and the small of your back arches gently off the mat. And just notice if you could create space as you breathe in and pull down on the exhale. So subtle adjustments you can make here is to engage the thigh, your quad. Feel that the depth of that engagement in your hamstring. And then the same thing with your shin. So flex through the shin, reach actively through the heel, and notice how that lights up your calf. So all the little muscle spindles lengthening. All right, thread the needle, turn your toes to the left so there's an external rotation of your thigh bone. Then let your ankle land on your thigh. Reach through with your left hand. Interlace wherever's comfortable for you. Might feel good to bring the hand on the thigh or even on your shin. Sometimes when we grab for the shin, though, we compensate by curling the tailbone. So keep the tailbone down and readjust your grip if that feels better for your back. Now, this is a really great stretch to get into if you have sciatica or any sort of outer glute tightness. Maybe even just playing with that position as you tilt more weight to the right of your mat. One more breath in. Pull down on the exhale. Okay, set your feet on the mat. Windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Roll onto your side. Make your way up into tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Then we'll drop down to your elbows. Keep your hips high over the knees. So if you need to walk the knees back, go ahead and do that. Then you could even bring the elbows forward. Walk the hands forward and let's make our way into a puppy stretch. So the chest melts down. Maybe the forehead lands on the mat. Breathe into the rib cage and those deep muscles in the back, or the wide V-shaped muscles in your back. Two more breaths. All right, make your way back up into tabletop position, hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Thread the needle with the arms. So we did thread the needle with the legs. Let's come into the arms. You might need your block readily accessible too. Big breath in, reach your arm, right arm up to the sky. Exhale to weave the arm through, reach all the way over to the left side of the space. Good, big breath in, reach up, 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 up. Exhale to float through. One more time, big breath in, reach. Exhale to come all the way through. Now your ear can land on your mat or it can come onto the block, whatever feels more supportive. Now I do have wider shoulders, so I actually prefer to have my ear on the block so that my shoulder blade can land. Shoulder blade connects with the mat and then roll back, roll into it. Breathe into that space between your spine and your right shoulder blade. Good. Press actively into your left hand. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up to the sky. And exhale, bring the right hand down. Cat-cow, big breath in. Drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round through the spine. Press up between your shoulder blades. Inhale, drop your belly, look up. And exhale, round through. All right, other side. Come back to neutral. Take a big breath in, reach. Reach like you're gonna touch the sky. I think that's like a hip hop song there. Okay, exhale, come all the way through. Reach, 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 reach to the right. Inhale, lengthen all the way up. Big breath. Open the space between the collarbones. Exhale, reach through. Good. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale, come all the way through. Reach to the right as far as you can. Let the shoulder blade land. Ear could come onto the mat or your block. Press back into the left shoulder blade. Such a good stretch to get into those tight little spots in the upper back. Two more breaths. All right, come back up. Reach up to the sky. And bring the hand down. Set the block off to the side. Take a big breath in. Drop your belly. Look up. Exhale to round through. Breathe in. Drop the belly. And exhale, round through. Good. Come to neutral. Curl your toes under and lift your hips. Downward dog. Pedal out your feet. And just play with this position here. You can come forward, you can come back. Notice how this feels to bend the knees, hover them off the floor, straighten the legs. Just get into the movement of your body. Also, one shoulder down as the opposite knee bends. Just getting into some twisting a little. All right, so slow your movements down. Take a full breath in. Exhale, pull the ribs together. Draw your navel into your spine. Now lift your sit bones up and press the inner thighs back. Look to your hands. Step up to the top of the mat. Take a breath in to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stretch your chest. Draw the collarbones forward. Bow in, exhale. Soften your knees. Inhale, reach all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, hands in front of your chest. Notice how this feels to bring your feet to the earth. Now recreate the fullness of your breath again. So feel the flow come all the way down into your legs. Have a wonderful practice today, everyone. Take a breath in, reach up. Slowly fold forward. Hands to your shins. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Bow in, exhale. Soft knees, inhale, rise all the way up to the top. Half sun salutes. Exhale, hands at heart center. Take a breath in to reach. Exhale, fold. Hands to the shins, halfway lift. Bow, exhale. Now rise up. Feel the full breath come all the way up to the top. Hands in front of your chest, exhale. Good, breathe in. Create space in the ribs and the shoulders. Exhale, fold. Nice long back. Inhale, stretch your chest. Feel your sit bones squeeze together. Now hands to the earth, bend your knees. Take a step back with your right foot. Drop your knee. Come up onto your left thigh. Breathe in. Sink down on the exhale. Notice how this feels into the front of your right hip. You might even feel this in your left hip. I sure do today. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Frame the front foot. Curl your back toes under. Now engage the glutes. Lift your belly. Come right into downward dog. And pedal at the feet. Inhale to float your right leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip, three-legged down dog. Now the knee is the highest point. You could get a little fancy here by looking under your toe, looking under the left shoulder, say, hey, there's my toes, there's my toes. Inhale to straighten the leg. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose, nice and slow. Little cat stretch in the upper back. Now step your foot beside your right thumb, let the left knee land. Inhale to rise up onto the right thigh. Right knee above the right ankle. Now you can even widen your stance if you feel wobbly in the legs or if you're off balance. All right, breathe in. Hands come down. Now this time we're going to step the left foot behind your right. Cross your ankles. Left foot behind your right. You might need your block for this if the floor is too far away. Take a breath in, stretch your chest. Exhale to fold. So your left ankle is behind the right. Then walk your hands over to the right side of your space. Feel that in the entire outer line of the left leg, all the way through. So you can also bend the knees if your hamstrings or the back of your knees are not feeling overstretched. Just bend the knees a little. Good, now come back to the center, uncross the feet, halfway lift. Stretch your chest, fold in, exhale. Bend the knees, sit your hips down low, reach up, powerful pose. Observe if you're favoring one part of the foot over the other, so front or back. Try to center your gravity. Take a full breath in, get lower on the exhale. Stretch it out. Inhale, come up and back. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to offer your heart. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Left foot steps back this time. Drop your knee. Take a breath in to reach your arms up. Now this time we're going to grab the block, put it beside your right hip, reach your left arm up and over. So this is kind of like that crescent moon shape. We reach up through the left baby finger, take it over to the side. Now the right hand is there just for balance, for support. Try not to collapse into the right side of your body. Good. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step back, high plank, pause. Fire up your thighs, activate the glutes. Press the floor away. Good. Now lift your hips, downward dog. You can pedal it out if that feels good in the legs. Take a calm breath in and sigh, let it go. Other side, oh, sorry, left leg again. Inhale, left leg up, bend the knee, open your hip. Reach higher through the left knee. Keep pressing down and forward through the left baby finger. Good, now straighten out the left leg. Exhale, slowly bring your knee to your nose like you're moving through molasses. Knee to nose, cat stretch the spine. Step your foot forward and drop your knee down. Good. Slide your block over to the left side of your mat. Take a big breath in, reach up. Sink down on the exhale. Left hand to the earth or your block. Take a full breath in, reach up high through the right hand. Come up and over. So very similar to that crescent moon shape. Now you could turn on your left obliques to enhance the stretch in the right side of your body. Good, come back up to center, hands to the mat. Cross your right ankle behind your left. So come forward, cross the ankle through. Take a breath in, lift the chest. Exhale to fold. And then walk your hands over to the left side of your space. Press down through the balls of both feet. Head is heavy, neck is at ease. Right, come back to the center, uncross the ankles, halfway lift, stretch your chest. Fold, exhale. Now bend the knees, sink your hips down low, reach your arms up. Knit the ribs together. Legs can be together or hip width distance, whatever feels good. Let's flip the palms here. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull down. Get a little bit lower into your seat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down. Now inhale, come all the way up. Gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. Hands to the mat. Step back into high plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest, and chin. Come all the way down. 3 baby cobras. Lengthen forward, lift your heart. Exhale, back down. Stretch forward, lift, hook your pubic bone into the mat, belly to spine. Exhale, back down. One more time, lengthen forward, lift. Exhale, back down. Push back, tabletop, downward dog. So that's a variation of a flow. You're absolutely welcome to do that at any time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Look to your hands, step forward. Inhale on arrival. Bow in, exhale. Inhale, reach, come all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Lengthen. Activate the upper back muscles. Hands to the mat. Step back to high plank. Knees, chest, and chin lower to the mat. 2 baby cobras. Lift, lengthen forward. Exhale, back down. Inhale, lengthen forward, lift. Play with floating your hands off the mat now. Exhale, back down. Push back. Tabletop. Downward dog. Breathe in through the nose. Sigh out your mouth. Good. Right leg rises. Exhale, bring your knee to your right tricep. Hold. Stay there. Good. Inhale, reach back nice and slow. Slow, slow, slow. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Hold. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Now step forward, make your way into warrior one. So the back heel spins flat. Inhale to rise all the way up. Sink down on the exhale. Spread the fingers wide, turn your baby fingers in. So the back toes are turned to 10 o'clock. Anchor your heel into the mat. Long breath in. Open up warrior two, warrior two. Reach from one end of the room to the other. Get nice and long in the reach. Reverse your warrior. Side stretch. Notice what's happening with your breath. Is your breath short? Re-engage your breathing so it's full and seamless. So we'll make our way right into a vertical split. So cartwheel your hands to the mat. Float your left leg up. Left leg up. You can use your block if the floor is too far away. And the leg doesn't have to come very high. It can come up maybe an inch or two or little movement off the floor. Take a breath in, lengthen your chest. Exhale, cross your left ankle behind the right. Take a full breath in. Fold, exhale. And inhale, halfway lift. Walk your hands to the right. Exhale to fold. Come back to center. Uncross your legs. Halfway lift. Stretch the chest. Bow, exhale. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. Hands in front of your heart. Exhale. Breathe in. Reach. Exhale to fold. Lengthen, halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Step back to high plank. So keep the knees elevated this time. Lower down just 6 inches. Option to use the knees though. You could still set the knees down, but just come halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. Hold. Listen to your breathing. Stay strong in the legs, strong through the glutes. Bend the elbows a little bit. Now hug your shoulder blades around your spine and pull your chest forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Whew. Told you it's better than coffee, yeah? Okay, left leg up. Left leg comes up. Exhale, knee to your left tricep. Tap, hold. Stay there, floating. Maybe even get onto your right toe, your big toe. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, knee to right tricep, hold. So we're engaging the obliques. Try not to drop the shin. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to nose. Cat stretch the spine. Land the foot beside your left thumb. Spin the back heel flat. Inhale, rise with control. Come all the way up. Sink down on the exhale. So for those of you who do a lot of running, or maybe you wear high heels all day long, this is actually a really nice pose to get into your calves and those tight little muscles at the back of your ankles. Hips are forward, so they're like 2 headlights facing the front of the room. Big breath in. Open up, warrior two. You can also do this with the hands in any position, whatever feels better in your shoulders. If you're feeling a lot of tension in the arms, maybe it feels better to bend the elbows. Maybe you're working with some shoulder sensitivity. You could keep the elbows soft. Reverse your warrior. As you come into reverse warrior, you might even notice that the left knee wants to collapse in like this. And that's because there's a tightness in the inner thigh. So try to stay engaged. Keep the left glute and outer thigh active. Pull the knee open. And that will engage the stretch deeper into the inner thigh. Vertical split. Cartwheel your hands slowly to the front foot. Float the right leg up. Take a breath in. Bow, exhale. Again, use the block if the floor is too far away. Cross the right ankle behind the left. Take a breath in to lengthen your chest. Walk your hands over to your left. Let the head be heavy. All right, come back to the center, uncross the ankles. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Bow, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Hands at heart center, exhale. All right, this is time for a little swig of water. I just need to grab the time here. All right. Whew, time's flying. So a little swig of water. We'll meet back up at the top of the mat. So the next vignette of poses are 3 poses woven together. Now this is actually meant to increase your body temperature and to get the muscles really moving. This will also play with our balance. So focus on one spot in the room. All right, so let's come back up to the top of your mat if you're not already there. Breathe in to reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. Now fingertips come to the mat. Bend your knees a lot. Take a huge step back with your right foot. Wiggle your right toes to the back of your space. Inhale, float your chest up, Banarasana, runner's lunge. Stay active in both legs. So back leg, quad pressing into hamstring, shin is lifting into calf. Now this is where we'll move nice and slow. So we're moving from Banarasana to, without hopping or bouncing, Warrior 3. Good, now bend the left knee, step back, Banarasana. No hopping, no bouncing. Take a breath in. Exhale, come back into Warrior 3, getting really strong in the left hip, left glute, left thigh. Keep reaching actively through the back leg. Good. One more time. Land the foot nice and soft, no heavy feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, float back up. Okay, adding another component now. Take a breath in. Exhale to land. Inhale, reach up, crescent lunge. Sink down on the exhale. Engage through the abdomen. Take a full breath in. Exhale, come forward, Banarasana. Inhale, get long. Exhale, Warrior 3. Take a breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale to sink down. Last one, big breath in. Did I say last one last time? Well, I meant it this time. Exhale, come forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float the heel up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, land. Inhale, reach all the way up. Good. Exhale to the mat. Downward dog. Whew, pedal it out. Bend your right knee a lot. Sink your left heel down. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale to empty. Look forward. Step forward. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach up. Come all the way up. Hands in front of your chest, exhale. And just notice how it feels from one side to the other. Yep. There are your glutes, yeah? Okay. Yep, they still exist. At least the left side does. Let's do the other side. Okay, big breath in, reach up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, stretch your chest. Hands to the mat, left foot back. So we'll set up a nice long lunge. Feet are hip width distance apart. Find your balance here. Inhale, float the chest. Anchor down through the center of your right heel. Take a full breath in. Transition the weight forward without hopping or bouncing. Just lift the leg up. So for those of you who have really long legs, this might be more challenging than for someone who's like me, who has shorter legs. Okay, take a breath. Exhale, bend the right, step back, nice and slow without clunking down. Stabilize your foundation, take a breath in. Exhale, come forward. Lift through the heel, reach actively through the left heel, sorry. Good, exhale, land. Breathe in. One more time, exhale, forward. Knit the ribs together. Keep turning your inner left thigh to the ceiling. So the toes are flexed down. Now this time we'll add the next component. Exhale to bend the knee. Inhale, reach all the way up, rise up. Sink down on the exhale. Take a breath in. Exhale, tip forward, Banarasana. Inhale, reach through the crown of your head, press back through your heel. Exhale, come up. Take a breath in. Exhale, land. Inhale, reach. Sink down. Scissor the hips, right hip back, left hip forward. Last one, take an inhale. Exhale to tip. Inhale, give space. Exhale with strength, come all the way forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge, nice and slow. Inhale to reach your arms up to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Downward dog. Bend your right knee a lot, sorry. Sink your right heel down. All right, look to your hands. Step forward, halfway lift to stretch your chest. Bow in, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your chest. Breathe in. Let it go. So stay where you are on your mat. I'm going to actually turn so you get a better angle of this view. Hands come onto your hips. Step back with your right foot. Come into triangle pose. So approximately heel to heel or heel to arch, whatever feels good for you. Bring your arms out. Take a full breath in. Reach the left hand forward. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale to tip. Roll your chest open. Now we'll play with the mobility too in this, going from a bent knee triangle to a straight knee triangle. So take a full breath in. Exhale to straighten the knee, if it's not already there. Inhale to bend. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. One more time, bend. Exhale, straighten. Now take the top arm, bring it down and forward. Extended side, extended triangle. Roll the chest open so your bicep is close to your ear. Squeeze through the glutes so that you're going to roll the right hip open, and then the right chest rolls open as well. Okay, take a full inhale. Now exhale, land your right foot on the inside of your left and take a step back into side plank. Take your time. Option is to bend the right knee down. You could also stagger your feet. Lift high through the left ribs, reach higher through the top hand. Top hand to the mat. Exhale to lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward dog. Look to your hands, step forward, halfway lift. Bow in, exhale. Inhale, rise up, come all the way up. Hands in front of your chest, exhale. Again, I'll reposition so that you can see the stance. Step back, left foot, triangle on the other side. So for this side, let's actually start with the knee bent. Reach forward with your right hand, then tip. Right hand down, left hand up. Give yourself more space in the right side of your body as you roll your chest open. Take a breath in. Exhale to straighten, engage through the quad, but keep your knee soft. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten, press into the heel. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Last one. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Now take the top arm, brush it down in front of your body, forward, roll your chest open. So spin the baby finger towards the floor. Roll open through the chest. Nice deep breaths here. I know it can be kind of tough sometimes when we're holding these longer poses, especially challenging ones. So brighten it up, turn the corners of your mouths up to the sky, expose some teeth, even though you might feel a little silly doing this by yourself. Okay, top hand comes down to the inside of your front foot. Come onto your left toes first, then step back with the right foot. Take your time to step back, or you can come all the way back, lift up. Stagger your feet if you need to, or bring the left knee down. Lift higher through the right ribs. Decompress the bottom shoulder by lifting your ribs higher. Good. Top hand to the mat. Come onto your toes. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Look to your hands, step forward. Inhale to lengthen. Bow in, exhale. Inhale, reach up, come all the way up. Hands at heart center. Slow down your breathing. Can probably feel your body temperature now. Hands come back onto your hips. Bend your knees. Take a wide step back with your left foot. And turn all 10 toes to the right edge or the long edge of your space. Actually, we'll turn the toes out a little bit so they're at 10 and 2. Take a breath in. Exhale to bend your knees. You could play with that position. Now, let's bring the hands to the outside of your thighs. Try to press the knees back into the hands. So we're active through the outer thighs and the glutes. You could also still see your big toes on the inside of your knees. This will reduce that falling in of the knee situation. So keep it nice and strong. We'll stay here for about 15 minutes. Yeah, okay, the last quarter of class, I think, will be really good. I'm just kidding. So stay here. Listen to your breathing. Engage through the glutes. Now bring your hands out to the shape of a T. Take a full breath in. Exhale, tap down to your right calf. Inhale, come back up to center. Let's take a breath in here. Exhale again, contract the belly. Inhale, tap down left calf. Now use your obliques to come back up to center. Exhale, back up. Inhale, right. Exhale, left, come center. Exhale, inhale, sorry. back up. Inhale to tap. Exhale back up. So we'll do this a few times from side to side, turning on the obliques, and also keep strong through the hips. So about 10 times, anywhere in that window. Keep the glutes active, press back to the knees. Good. So tying off the left side here. Come back to center, straighten out your legs. Turn your toes in so your feet are parallel to the short ends of your mat. Hands to your hips, fold forward. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Take a breath in. Exhale to fold. Now you could grab on to your calves, your ankles, or even your big toes. Inhale, stretch your chest. Exhale to fold in. Rock the weight forward. Now, sometimes we work against gravity here, so as you can see, maybe my shoulders, I'm kind of exaggerating, but the shoulders, they sneak up towards your ears. Try to pull the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through your neck. This will keep your upper back nice and strong. So big inhale, pull the shoulders up, turn on your biceps. All right, halfway lift to lengthen. Bow, exhale. Whew. Good, now halfway lift, lengthen again. Turn your right toes to the front of your space. Walk your hands forward. Step your left foot out to the side. So your feet are still 2.5 feet apart. Back toes are at 10 o'clock. Take a breath in, stretch your chest, fold. You might need your block for this. So if the floor is too far away, lift the chest. Okay, keep pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, and press into the outer edge of your back foot. Now, from here, bring your fingertips to the mat. Let's make our way into pigeon pose. So the right knee will come behind the right wrist. Left leg slides back. Wedge a block under your hip or maybe a cushion if the hips are kind of uneven. And for today, we'll stay up on the hands. If you want to come forward, you're totally welcome to do that. Notice how this feels in the outer hip. We did a lot of movement through the hips, the glutes today. Okay. If you've lowered your chest down, come back up onto your hands. Curl your back toes under, lift the knee. Now press the hips back, downward dog, down dog. Now look between your hands, step your left foot between your hands, and we'll set up the pose on the other side. So the same way we came in, we'll step the right foot out to the side. So back toes are now turned to 2 o'clock. Feet are about 2.5 feet apart. Both heels are on the mat. Scissor your hips, left hip back, right hip forward, maybe using the block to elevate your chest. Take a full breath in, pull your hip back as you exhale. Play with fluttering your toes off the mat. Spine is straight. And as much as you want to round the chest forward, keep the chest lifted. Nice long lines of energy through your body. All right, bend the front knee, bring your fingertips onto the mat, slide right into pigeon pose. Left knee behind left wrist, bring your foot forward, and then slide back. can stay up on your hands, or you could come down onto your chest. And playing with the position or the angle of your shin can really enhance this stretch, but be mindful of what's going on with your knees. Your knees are very sensitive joints, and they're really hard to come back from injury sometimes. So we want to protect them as long as we can. Keep them young, buoyant. 2 more breaths. Rise back up onto your hands if you've lowered the chest. Downward dog, take your time. Transition the weight back, pedal it out. Okay, now lower your knees. Let's make our way onto our back for supported bridge. So come all the way down onto your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Grab your block, lift your hips and slide it underneath your sacrum. So that's the triangular bone at the base of your spine. Now, if you're ever unsure of what that is, it's the top of your butt crack. I'm going to say it, top of your butt crack. So just play with that position. Should feel pretty comfortable. If the block is too high, you could wedge a pillow underneath your hips instead. You could also lift the block up higher if you need more of an arch. Nice long breaths. Now for those of you who like to straighten your legs out, let's keep the knees bent today so the feet stay on the mat. We'll take a few more breaths. So this is a supported inversion as the hips are elevated, where the hips are higher than the heart. The blood flow is moving from the legs towards the chest. Now I'm going to give you another option here to lower your block to the lowest height. Bring your knees in towards your chest and straighten your legs up to the ceiling. Now if you're lucky, if you're by a wall, you can flip around. Feels pretty good too for more support. This pose is fantastic to do at the end of the practice and also maybe at the end of the evening. If you're having a hard time sleeping, if you're really tired or fatigued, it's a way to calm yourself down. Let the knees come into your chest. Land your feet on the mat. Lift your hips up, squeezing through the glutes to lift the hips. Slide the block out from underneath you. Let the knees knock together and breathe into your back. Now slide your hips to your left. Take your left knee, cross it over your right, and let your knees drop to the right. If that's too much of a twist, uncross your legs. Shoulder blades stay on the mat. Bring your right hand onto your left ribs and embellish your breath into your hand. Engage the belly, bring your knees back to center, uncross the legs, slide them over to your left, hips to the right, cross your right knee over, and let the knees drop over to the left. Left hand could come to your right ribs, and breathe into your right rib cage. Engage the belly, come back to center, uncross the legs, and square your hips out, come right into Shavasana. Make any final movements you need to get comfortable, take space. You could even bring your arms over your head. Maybe even lift the hips, lengthen your tailbone, and set your hips back down. Let your body relax. Let your toes roll away from the center of your body. And all the effort that you put into your practice today was for this moment to relax deeply. Let your muscles relax. The bones, they relax too. Now, if you have time today, take as much time as you need in Shavasana. When you're ready to continue your day, move slowly. Thank you for your energy, for your time. From my heart to yours, namaste.